I think the one I just lost was bigger.
We'll never know. The lion's on camera. So again, this is it's kind of fun. We're doubling up on these
Right.
things, but now these fish will obviously slow up here. We're not going to be this.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they are actively in here feeding. That's why we're getting them every 2, 3, or 4 casts. We're getting bit here, but and we haven't had to change off of the crankbait yet. But eventually, when they slow down, we'll probably start throwing a worm or a jig or something like that. Here you go.
I get a click, don't I?
Oh yeah, that's right. We do get a
Get a
click.
click. It's a nice fish.
This is why I drive 6 hours. You know, at home, there's no place at home that I know of
The consistently
where you can come out here and consistently catch these
That's
size
right,
fish.
yeah. Consistently catching fish in this one area, going
Right.
back and forth, that we really haven't disturbed them that much. That again, but we're giving it a rest in one spot, going to another spot, and then coming back
Right.
to it, and then just moving in.
Being really easy on the trolling motor. Make sure you're not clunking around on the boat, you know, banging rods and so I think all that stuff really helps. You know, carpet on the boat I think can certainly take care of a lot of that, but being very, very cautious about your noise. And even sometimes you're talking, you know, guys whoop it up, they catch a fish,
Yeah.
you know,
Booyah!
it can make a difference. You know, everyone knows sound travels a lot further and faster in the water, and so tread lightly, my friend. There he is. There he is.
Right. All right. Good job.
Bigger one? Better? Let's see if they're still there.
No, that one just came off the back. Oops.
Yep.
Back of those pads there.
Yeah, they were, you know, they're really not necessarily identifying to a particular piece of structure because they will just roam all around in here. And, you know, we're fishing around lily pads, but it's not like the fish are inside them.
In the pads, no.
They're really cruising the open area between them. Well, there he is.
Yep, you got him.
That one was a little bit closer. Was yours a little closer, or was yours out there a little further?
Yeah.
See, now these last couple we caught were a little bit smaller.
Right.
You know, you get into a school that's got a little bit bigger ones, and then you get into a school that's a little bit smaller. See, he's been caught.
Yeah. And you'll get
Got a little tear on the lip.
That's pretty true because when you start catching this size fish, you're going to catch this size fish.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get. Everybody thinks I'm going to get a big fish out of it. Not necessarily, because most of the
No.
time the fish will school with the fish of their,
Of the
their
same
class.
size.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So, I mean, if you catch a 3-pounder,
Yeah.
a pretty good chance there's some more 3-pounders out there. But you catch a 14-incher like that, he's probably in a school of 14-inchers.
There you go. It's a good spot right there. See if I can get one out of there too.
Well, that's, you know, we started here and we caught a
Yeah.
couple of real nice fish,
Yeah.
and now starting to catch some smaller fish. You going too?
yeah. Right in.
I bet you $10. He's about the exact same size. He's within an inch.
Yeah. I think mine's heavier.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine's heavier, and I'm just going to throw mine away now because I'm so sure of that.
I think mine's heavier. Oh, look, yes, definitely heavier. Look at that.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one, Robert.
John, you were just saying before why you travel 5-6 hours to get out here.
Right.
But I could see why this really has gotten turned on. Again, now you've been coming out for how long now?
Goodness, I bought this boat I think in 1995, and that was the first year we came out here. And really, all that happened was there's another one. My dad and I were just looking for a place where we could take a trip while we come off. Son of a gun, he come right off. We were
Okay,
looking for a place
nice.
where we could take a trip. Yeah, it was right down there, Black Kennewick. And I had been reading in Pennsylvania Angler about this lake and all the big fish. Son of a gun, he hit it again. I missed him. So that was really what got us started. And I've been pretty much taking a trip here every year.
Now the size of the
Since.
lake?
It's about double the size of Nockamixon. Nockamixon's about 1,500 acres, and this is like 3,200 acres. Nockamixon's kind of long and thin. This one is really spread out. It's got arms and fingers kind of all over the place. Lots of shallow water, lots of bays, lots of lily pads.
Yeah, this is not a real deep.
No, about the deepest water you're going to find on this lake is 30, whereas like Nockamixon is like 70 or 80 foot water.
Right.
And so, I mean, if you like fishing shallow water, I know you love throwing
Yeah.
a spinnerbait, crankbait, top waters, plastic worms. This is just a great, great lake. I think I've told you before, it's easy to fish. It just, find some weeds,
Yeah,
find
because most
some cover.
fishermen are kind of stumped when it gets to be deep.
Right. You got him? See that? You hit me. I couldn't get him either.
I ripped my arm off with that one. What I say was most guys have a hard time with real deep water fishing, where this
Right.
is, you're fishing 6, 8, and that's
Right.
about it.
And I think a lot of people can be intimidated about coming to a new lake without like a guide or not knowing anything about it. And I came here without, there he is, I got him.
Darn it.
Finally got that one out there. I think he hit us both 3 times.
Yeah.
And, not knowing anything about it and realize, see, it might actually be time to go to the worm now, because I think they're not striking this as hard as they were. And we've missed like 3 in a row now. So I think I'm going to probably try to throw a worm in there and see if we can catch one of these guys that we keep missing.
I'm going to throw this crankbait for a little bit. See if you can stir them up.
But, it can be intimidating to come to a new spot. But
I got him on the
do you got him?
Yeah. Yeah, like this,
But
this
you
lake
can-
was easy to figure out.
Easy to figure out, I was able to buy a map.
Oh, he's off.
See, that's the thing. That's what's happening. I think they're just starting to kind of ease up on the crankbait bite a little bit. So if we slow down and get them to take a worm, maybe I think we can keep them, because that's a couple in a row now we've missed.
Yeah.
There he is. I got this one.
Flip right over to the
And that's first cast on the drop shot rig. Because this is something they're going to suck that in a little deeper and a little bit of better chance of hooking them. So it's a smaller fish, but you just you could get stuck throwing that crankbait all morning long, just because we've caught so many on them.
I'm just saying.
But now, I mean, you missed one, I missed 2 or 3 in a row, and that kind of tells me that really they were just kind of just nipping at it a little bit and not really sucking it in like they were. So.
Well, you said you had a map. You got the map, and it's pretty
Yep.
easy to follow on that map.
Yeah.
It's not a complicated, like you're going to get lost late. Right?
No, not at all. There's ramps all over it. I think there's like 10 or 11 different ramps all over different parts of it. It's very similar to Nockamixon in that it's a 20 horsepower limit, which is another reason that I wanted to come here, because I knew that there wasn't going to be $30,000 bass boats.
Right.
Let's get back over here. I think they were in there. And so your Nockamixon boat is perfect. You can get to any part of the lake that you want to, and when you hit them right here, man, you can get on them in a hurry. There he is.
Where'd you get him at?
Right in that corner there with the pads.
They're still on that crankbait.
Still on the crankbait. The bite shuts down a little bit.
Smack it.
We just kind of circle around and come back in here, and we can get him biting again. So I mean, he ate.
Well, it doesn't seem to disturb them that much when we're coming through with the crankbaits and
Not
catching.
too bad,